Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time doing another game review, and this one is on Star Wars Episode 1 Racer N64 Game Review. Now, I'm mainly going to be reviewing the N64 port and basically sharing my thoughts on it. Now, for those who don't know, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer is a 1999 racing game that was released for the Dreamcast, Game Boy Color, Windows, as well as there being a sort of Switch port, which I do have, and the PS4 one that I don't really have. So the N64 version of Star Wars Racer is meant to be more of a cut down, cleaner, more kind of different version from the full version. The difference is, in the sort of start of the game, you mainly have Anakin and Sebulba and the others already racing, and not giving you the full introduction. And when you sort of have the racers to choose from, when you get to pick the racer and get the start of the planet, instead of the commentators explaining about the whole premise of the race, and the people representing the race, it's kind of changed differently. And I would say as well, when you've got the controls, they are a little tricky, but if you know what you're doing, then you've got an advantage. So I know with some areas of the planets, you are going to be really switched on, like Oval 4, we have to kind of make sure to not crash into the moving kind of area like places. And I think when you've also got kind of a sort of ice planet like Ondo Prime, it's important to be careful of the more icy like areas. So it's still got the whole pod racing feel. And I know the point of the game is that you do start off with characters like Anakin, Dudbolt, Elon Musk, and you can unlock other ones that weren't in the film, like Naval or Ballsy Barnett, as well as unlocking other ones from the other Star Wars films, from the first film, like Tico Pacalis, also basically Ben Quadamatis, and so on. And I know the cheat codes also do give you Cy Younger, as well as Jin Riso. So you can tell they still wanted to kind of give you the extra boost you need. And I think for it being on the N64 port, in my opinion, does take away some things, but it still knows what it wants to be. I think each racer has a unique pod racer, and also giving you a taste of a different circuit, a different environment, and so on. And I think the point of the circuit rounds are meant to start off easy, but the more you progress, the harder it's going to be, so you are going to need to be switched on when facing other races. And I think for the most part I do give the game credit for is that it's not really afraid to kind of show the other areas, the sort of different planets, as well as showing you that the team behind Star Wars Episode 1 Racer really did wanted to give a solid, good, and an important Star Wars game. And I think one of my favourite races from the game would definitely have to be Tico Pacalis. I just kind of like how his pod races like a giant sort of like arcade like seat, like the kind of 3D Star Wars games you would get. And I think for the most part I would say is that yeah, you can also buy new parts to increase your speed, as well as use pit droids to help kind of mend, repair and fix your ship. And if you die, you do respawn, so you need to make sure that you do get a winning advantage and not crash into things. And yeah, you can also repair your ship at the same time when racing, but doing so will slow you down. I think I think Star Wars Episode 1 Racer on the N64 isn't too bad. It will get a little repetitive, but at the same time, it's still playable. So my general thought on it is that it still deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.